Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So this video is going to be coming out before the top 10 Eza tier list, which I promised you guys the other day. That video will be coming out like 5 hours after this one. I decided to go ahead and make this video because I want to do a discussion piece talking about Int Gogeta versus Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and all the similarities and why one is probably a little bit better than the other, because I did end up stumbling upon my words a bit in that 15-minute video where I kept going back and forth about Int Gogeta and Gotenks. So I just decided, hey, let's go ahead and make a video talking about these two, comparing them, and coming down to a decision, because again, they are so similar that I just believe that it warranted a discussion. And by the way, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe, like, do all that greatness. We're fighting for that 3,000 subscriber mark, and we're gonna keep pushing, my friends. So let's talk about both their kids, how good they are, how much they impacted the game, and stuff like that. So Int Gogeta was a phenomenal EZA. People almost consider him like #1. I still didn't. He's still a top 5, but he's definitely, I don't think he's better than Physical, Digital Blue, or UI. But he is very, very strong, a very formidable unit. 4 million effective against all type attack stats. Raises defense for 1 turn, which is fantastic. Lowering attack and defense, which is great. Great link set, great categories. He has it all. I mean, the only thing that's a bit inconsistent is gathering the rainbow orbs for sure, unless you have like a rainbow orb changer, which by the way, like on Movie Heroes, for example, you do with the LR Super Saiyan Spirit Bomb Goku, so you could definitely rock him with Gogeta. That's definitely a option for sure that you could do. And you know, for example, like let's talk about Int Gogeta in most stages. Like Extreme Super Battle Road, Int Gogeta is a bit not the greatest in Extreme Super Battle Road. I will be honest with you guys, right? He's not the most top tier option to bring to Extreme Super Battle Road. His defense is a bit not the greatest, because again, that dodge is great, right? He could dodge. That's definitely a possibility. But the issue with that dodge is you need rainbow orbs. Like, you need those orbs, and that's a bit inconsistent for my liking. So that's already kind of some points I got jotted down from Int Gogeta. The effective against all types is very good. Oh my god, sorry, my cats. It's still, he's a phenomenal unit. Don't take that anything away from him, but I gotta take negatives from both units, right? So that's pretty much it. Like long events, not the greatest either, but they both kind of have those similar issues. To be completely transparent, they both have those problems. So let's go ahead and move over to Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. So this man's EZA, definitely a gigantic freaking overhaul of the entire unit. They did such a phenomenal job changing Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. They really just freaking turned him from a 0 to a freaking massive hero in just 10 seconds almost. I mean, everything he does is just phenomenal. So his 9 key, massively lowers defense. His 11, he massively raises his attack, and he's effective against all types here. So that is the one thing that Gogeta gets over Gotenks, is that he is effective against all types once he gets his 11 key, which is very good, obviously. So just keep that in mind. Sorry, I'm making noises. Funny. That is just one thing. It's harder to get his 11 key super. To be completely honest with you, it's a bit harder, right? Versus just literally getting it all the time. And then his 12 key, which I do think it's a bit of his downfall, is like he just greatly raises attack for 1 turn. So that, I think it should have been greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. If he would have had that, that would have definitely helped him out quite a bit. Like, I definitely like how Int Gogeta has raised his defense on Super. Even though Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks' attack defensive stat definitely does look better than Int Gogeta's pretty much all the time. And then his actual passive, obviously he's getting a higher multiplier, attack and defense of 150%. So keep that in mind. It's a bit higher than this, but again, that's not everything, right? Percentages are really that, like Gogeta's attack stat is definitely higher, so keep that in mind, right? And I think Gotenks' defense is a bit higher as well, so that does make sense, right? So I would definitely say that Gotenks in Extreme Super Battle Road will probably look better than Gogeta. Like most times, I would say I definitely enjoyed how Gotenks just completely destroyed everything, and he was pretty tanky as well. But the big thing for Gotenks that Gogeta has issues with is he needs to get how many rainbow orbs to do the dodge? He has a medium chance of dodging with 1 rainbow orb, which is not too hard, but guess what? My man gets that he literally just has it, right? So that's already kind of like a big thing for sure. that Gotenks literally has it. But that drops off after 7 turns, while Gogeta's could last the entire battle. So you see, they both kind of, it's kind of funny. Like for I guess longer events, Gogeta will look more consistent because he doesn't need he just needs Rainbow Orbs, and Gotenks does fall off. Like he loses this, so like I guess it's very interesting, and like they still hit around almost like the same numbers. Gotenks definitely hits harder those first 7 turns, 100%. But for like longer events, he's gonna lose that pretty early on. While in Gogeta, again, doesn't need a whole lot. Like he's pretty much fine for the most part throughout like the entire battle, from start to finish. All he needs is Rainbow Orbs. But Gotenks is just gonna be looking a bit more consistent probably because he doesn't need to do anything. He does lose it, but you never see that moment when like he's inconsistent, right? There's never a moment when like, unless, yeah, again, longer events, like in the legendary Goku event video, he definitely dipped a bit. It wasn't like a significant dip by any means, but he definitely didn't look as good as like he probably should have. But that's only one moment, and again, that's his longer stuff, which obviously when you lose that amount of defense and the dodging, he's going to look a bit worse, which is fine. I don't think it's the biggest deal in the world. I'm going to be completely honest with you when he loses that. So, but I think from a personal preference, I think I like Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks a bit more. And here's why. Dokkan's new era is basically a more heavily based on shorter events, you know, like Chain Battle, the New God Destruction event. It's not super duper. I mean, it could be long, but for the most part, it's mainly about the shorter stuff. Like Extreme Spirit Battle has definitely been like a more prevalent thing that more people are like searching up on YouTube and stuff like that, right? For the most part. So keep that one in mind, obviously. Just kind of think about that, you know. But Gogeta is effective against all types, probably doing more damage than Gotenks on most scenarios, unless you're getting Gotenks' 11 key, which again, getting 11 key is a bit hard with some of these teams because they have so many freaking links. He has a very good link set, right? With like Super Saiyan 3, like you could probably do a Majin Buu saga and get away with it, but if you're rocking with the Super Saiyan Gotenks, he's gonna be at pretty much what, like 8 key all the time, which you could do, but again, it's very hard to get that. So they're both kind of inconsistent in a way, right? They're both inconsistent because again, he needs Rainbow Orbs, but Gotenks needs 7 turns, and he needs to get his 11 key to be doing insane amount of damage. Because again, a 4 million attack, that's more like a 6 million, and then when he's doing like a 5.3, obviously the offensive against all types of the 4 million is going to be doing either the same or a bit more, I would say. So Gotenks overall will probably look more consistent on an average basis versus Gogeta, who needs Rainbow Orbs. So that's kind of like my decision on why I believe Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is a bit better. It's just mainly on the consistency factor. Like that is definitely the biggest thing here, is just consistency. Other than that, they're both phenomenal units. They're probably around literally the same. Like they're almost like the same unit in like a weird way. It's kind of funny. The only difference is, yeah, like this man's, most of his passive is locked behind Rainbow Orbs, while this man has a time gate. So it's like they kind of reflect well on each other, and I might even make a video kind of like showcasing them off as a rotation, honestly, kind of like maybe just kind of seeing how they both work together and stuff like that. And we'll kind of see more of that. Might do that actually. That might be a fun video to do. But that is the end of this one. So if you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, do all that greatness. The top 10 Eza tier list will be coming out in about 5 hours from now from this video and all that jazz. So I appreciate all the support. We'll see you guys next time, and peace out, everybody.